My microphone's all the way over there.
Okay.
Okay, well, cheers.
Cheers. We got a little
So
protein
nice.
shake. Chill.
Yeah, because, we're slaying in here for a few hours.
Eat your protein, girl.
This is so good. It's
It's so good.
nutty banana. So it's chocolate protein shake, banana, and then coconut milk with whey chocolate.
Definitely whey.
Whey chocolate powder
Yeah.
and coconut cream, which is whipped on top.
So good.
Which is really nice. But our usual place, they do like a really nice organic protein powder. You can taste the difference, but the coconut cream is so good.
So good. If you girls get a protein shake, get coconut
good.
whipped cream on top.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. All right, we got a good episode today.
What a goodie. Well,
Yeah.
welcome back to
Girls to
Women.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
Right. This is a new one. I think
Yes.
I'm going to make this into a segment because
I think we should.
we've had so many people be like, can you do this thing?
Dating stories.
Oh.
Let's say, like, are we going to do bad and good in this one? Or just bad?
I don't know if we should like balance it out so then people still have hope.
I think let's do bad and good.
Or should we just do bad?
We'll see how we go.
Maybe we should do just bad and we should do good as like raising standards.
Okay, let's do the bad ones. Because you guys, I'm not going to lie, we said give us your dating stories and you didn't give us any good ones. So this is going to be
There
the
were some
bad ones. And then I'm sure that we'll relate to some of these.
We have plenty. I brought some evidence today, actually.
Yay! We love evidence. We love receipts. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
you kick it off. Oh, and by the way, girls, if you ever want to send us any of your dating stories, just drop them in the comments, slide into our DMs. We want to hear them, trust me, and then we will dissect them for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a lot of really strange ones. But this one from Maddie, because this is quite relatable. He spent the whole day talking about his ex. Been there. And then he showed me photos.
Oh no!
And then at the end, he asked if I think she should take him back. Are you freaking
kidding?
me?
Wait, he showed her photos of his ex. Are you kidding me? I was like sitting here like, show photos of what? I did not put two and two together.
Maddie, how did you even deal with that? I would have left.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you would have left as well, right?
Absolutely.
I would have been like, what is this? I'm
Someone's
not your
sitting there
therapist.
showing me photos of their ex.
Were you guys drinking? Probably. That's why I would
This is
drink.
why I'm sober.
Right? That's wild. Like I have been actually no, I've actually been guilty of doing it myself when I've like dated too soon. Like not like the whole date, like my ex.
Have
but
you
I've
shown
like,
someone a photo of your ex?
No,
On?
no, no, no.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, no, not the photo. Like they're actually talking about my
Okay.
ex. Like because we've been on the topic of it, and then I've been like, yeah, my ex did that or whatever.
Tell
like
me how I got hair in my mouth.
clearly not. Well, it was when I was in my 4-year cycle with one of my exes, and like we weren't really ever over. And we would try a date, and everything would relate back to them. So I do get that, but
Okay.
the photo, that's doing the most. That's way too much.
I think instead of like him going on the date with you, he should have definitely booked a therapy session.
Absolutely.
Because that is not okay for someone to like trauma dump and start talking about their ex on a date. Like you are not ready to move on.
that is
What
so
are you doing?
bad.
Yeah, no, I feel bad
And then
for her.
asked if she'll take him back.
What did she say? Did she say what she said?
No,
I would have been
can you
like,
give us a bit
I
more
would
context?
never take you back. Like you're sitting here talking to another girl on a date about your ex. Like that's clown behavior. That's pendejo. That's payaso.
Pendejo. That's really bad.
Stupid.
Yeah, we don't like it.
That's really terrible. Has anyone else gone through that we know of that's been through that kind of thing?
Not recently. I'm trying to think.
Shown photos of no. The only thing that I can think of actually, this is coming back into my brain. I was on a date with this guy. year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So I broke up with my ex about 2 years ago. Actually, just over 2 years ago now. Wild, right? Yeah. So about a year and a half ago, I went on a date with this guy. We're having great conversation. And it's kind of like an elevated restaurant. So there's two levels.
Yeah.
And there's a level right down here. So you can kind of see like across and over the table and you can see people's phones and stuff. I'm not a fan of having phones on the table, especially on a first date.
That should be in your bag.
Right. You should be having amazing conversation.
Yeah.
If not, the chat's not
It's
there,
not there.
go away.
It's not there, yeah.
Anyway, they're clearly having a first date. And we're like, let's do this thing where we make stories. Like, do they know each other on their first date? They're like, oh, they're definitely on a first date.
Yeah.
I shit you not, this girl has her TikTok up. She's just swiping through her whole profile, showing him photos of her just like weird TikTok dancing. You know, like the little TikTok dancers?
Was she Russian?
No, it wasn't here. It was, oh God, where was I?
Sydney?
No.
Europe.
I think so.
Europe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I was
Europe,
like, where was
yeah,
I living right
yeah.
now? Oh yeah. I think I was with the Portuguese guy. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's just literally just I'm not even. We were like, is
What
she
are you
right? And his
doing?
face is like,
He's like, okay, cool. Like,
he didn't say
relevance.
anything. He wasn't saying anything.
He's probably like
He's
a little
just like,
bitch man. And she's going to just like,
what is that? I know it's not a photo of your ex, but just like,
he might as well be.
it might as well be like, have a little bit of personality. Be in the moment with someone. If you're going to say yes to a date, don't bring your freaking phone then. Don't talk about your ex. Don't bring social media. Like, be there with the person.
I've never understood this, right? I've like been on so many amazing dates where then we've looked around and I've just been like, oh, I think it's just us having a good time in the restaurant.
Right.
And to the point where like people, it's like when I was on that date,
Remember?
and this couple came up and they were also very like kind of new, whatever. They came up to us and they were like, I just want to say that like, I've been watching you all night and your energy together is like insane. And I just hope that you guys like work out. I was like, this is literally our first date, but
Love
thanks.
that.
So like, I just can't believe not everyone has those experiences. I mean, a wrong person, obviously, but like even people that I don't end up really with, I still always will manage to like have a decent riz, you know? But is that because of us?
Yeah. So I heard this on Chris Williamson's podcast when he had a relationship expert come on.
Yeah.
And he was like, what people need to understand is that there are two different types of people in this world. There are people who need to find someone who has a spark, and there are sparky people. And we're sparky people.
Yeah.
So even in like weird situations or with people that don't really have much riz, we'll still
make it-
find some kind of
We'll
riz.
ourselves.
Yeah, we'll kind of have some riz with them.
Right,
and we're
yeah.
like, oh, we're sparky people. And if we can't, like, you're like a black hole. We can't. There's nothing there.
That has happened maybe like once in a freaking 10-year cycle,
Right?
Or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
no.
rarely.
But we are sparky people.
Okay,
But
that
that's
makes
why
sense.
we also, so people who are sparky people, anyone who's watching, if you're a sparky person, you also have to be really careful because a lot of people will think you flirt with everyone or we have such an amazing connection. I don't get it. She doesn't want to see me again. You have to kind of like reel in how should I say this? How you give out that spark.
Makes sense.
Right?
Even to ourselves though, we'll be like, oh yeah, I guess we had good riz. It's like, no, we're just great.
Yeah, that was just us
Yeah.
overcompensating
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's actually kind of a blessing and a curse.
It is.
More of a blessing.
It's
though.
definitely a blessing. Definitely a blessing. Okay, next. Other story. Let's go.
Okay. He told me from Chloe, sorry. He told me he's really into honesty, but
Oh, no.
but he lied about his age, his height, I mean, come on, and his name, and I found this out mid-date.
His name? Is he a convicted felon? It's giving run away from jail.
Wow, okay.
The height's a big thing. A lot of people lie about their height. But like off by 1 or 2 inches, I don't mind. But if you're giving me like, if you say you're 6 foot but you're 5'9", what are you doing?
No, that's taking the piss. Like if you're 5'11" and you
That's
say
taking the piss.
I think is it centimeter, would it be?
Inch.
Oh.
An inch.
Gosh.
What? Or is it a foot?
Definitely not.
No, it's an inch. Sorry. Sorry. Not foot. I mean like 6 foot and then they're 5 foot, like, oh, man's down there.
He's like, you said a foot.
He's giving me a toddler hug. It's an inch because it's
Okay.
5 foot 6 inches.
Right, so like
1 or
yeah.
2 inches maximum.
I think 1. Like if you're like, my ex was 5'11" and he'd say he's 6 foot, whatever.
Lies.
But if you are, if you're like 5'7" and you say you're like 5'11", like
We know someone like that.
yeah,
Has a name that goes, was a bullfrog.
he was a good friend.
He was a short friend of mine.
Oh man, yeah.
He said that he was 5'9" in his profile.
In what world? And he wears those little like things in his shoes, doesn't he? Me and Winnie
Oh,
saw
bless.
him. Oh, it's kind of sad actually. We saw him. No, we saw him actually, and like he had those like clunky shoes on.
Oh no, bless him.
No, because they were kind of cool shoes. So I was like, I get the vibe. He's got a cool style, but like he's short.
I will never live down the day. With the only reason why is because we don't like liars. Like, just be truthful about your height. We don't care.
I care. Like I care to an extent.
She cares.
You got to be at least taller than me.
Taller than her. But a lot of women, I see them here, they have short kings. That's amazing. They treat them well. They pay for their life. They're freaking incredible. They're funny. They're adventurous, loving, whatever. But I guarantee you, they're wealthy. They're not billionaires, but they're wealthy. They're well
wealthy,
off.
right?
They're well off. But they don't lie. They've never lied because a secure man doesn't need to lie. Never needs to lie. And I'll never get over when Winnie was like, oh, didn't see you at church. Couldn't see you. I was just standing there like holding it in. And he was like, what was that? She's like, nah, out of my view.
I would have absolutely died on the floor. I would have had to walk away.
It was so funny.
I cannot keep a straight face.
I don't care if you're short. It's not about that, please. It's about the lies. Come into the dating world with conviction and certainty. If you lie on your profile about anything, it shows me that you are insecure. If you lie about your height, what else are you lying about? This man's lying about his name.
His age. Right, let's talk on that. So,
a few times.
Yeah, have you ever experienced it?
I've never had anyone lie to me about their age.
Wow.
Even older men that I've gone out with, and they've been older, but they looked really good. They've been upfront.
Wow.
I've never had anyone, not even a young guy. They've been like, no, I'm 21.
Well,
and then I make up the decision like, do I want to go there?
Do you know what's funny about that? So when I found out this guy that was like 20 that I'd been speaking to the other day.
Oh, right.
I was like, oh my gosh. But then this doesn't make it okay. But then I realized, right, when I was 19, I was living with a guy who was 50. He actually had turned 51.
Wow.
And that was so normal. Everyone was like, oh, cool. Are you his new girlfriend? And I'm like,
that was normal?
That was normal. And his daughter at the time was like 15. So I was like, I'm closer to your daughter's age. But anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, so like men are out here doing that all the time.
But did he lie about his age when he first met you?
No, he didn't lie. But I'm saying like, so a 19-year-old and a 50-year-old was very normalized.
That's crazy.
So does that mean that like 20 is fine?
Well, we need... I mean, it's making my eyes water a little bit, to be honest. Far out.
Gosh.
But the thing is as well that we need to understand is that we're finding a lot of guys lie about their age on dating apps. So this has happened to a few of our friends and they've asked them why. And they've said, because if I gave my real age, the girls that I want to see are not coming up. The women who are in their 40s are coming up. And they're like, I don't want that.
Because, bro, you're in your 40s. This guy was what, 47? 46?
44, 45, I think.
No, he's 46.
All right, 46.
Because 18 years older.
46.
46 said he was 38, I'm pretty sure, or 36 or something. I don't know.
36 on his profile.
That is a whole decade. My son.
What happened? My son?
The guy that I went on a date with as well, his wasn't as bad, but he was, I think, 34. Or he was like a year older than me. And God, I don't want to show my age on this thing.
We go by the Ethiopian calendar now.
That's fine. No, there's no ageism here. But yeah, no, he was, he said he was 30. And did I ask him about that? Yeah, I did. And he was like, yeah, same reason. He was like, because otherwise, like, I'll just get like older people. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. If a girl's not interested in you, like,
can't you just have a really big age range on your profile?
Yeah, but so what happens is like some people's age range will be smaller. So for example, if she's like 21,
okay,
she might be 21 to 30, and then like
he's 33,
he's 34. He was like,
yeah.
So, buddy, she's just not into you because you're too old for her, which is fine. You don't want to pressure a girl who's young to want to be with you anyway.
But then again, you have these shows coming out called like Age of Attraction on Netflix. Like the biggest one I believe was that couple. He was 60 and she was 25. God, he did not look. He was amazing.
Really?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's like that Asian guy, the one that went viral, who's like 59.
So he looked like he was 40. Yeah. I'd be saying yes to him as well, 100%.
Me too.
So there's that as well. So I kind of get what they're doing, but
yeah, but like these people don't even look like that. Like this guy that I went out with looked his age, or no, I'd say he looked his age. Yeah. So why are you trying to be 30? Why?
But why is this man lying about his name?
Please tell us that.
Like, we need more context when you girls give us the stories sometimes, because if a man's coming on a date with me and he's lied about his name, his age, and his height, I'm running for the hills.
That's giving like serial killer.
Yeah.
Or like
what are you
felon.
hiding from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he got a tag as well? Like,
I've
that's
never
actually
had to do
concerning.
that. That is, right? I hope you didn't keep saying.
Are you? Well, you're here.
You're right.
So she's fine. But like, don't do
Send
that
us a
again,
DM that you're okay.
But please don't ever do that again.
Yeah, no, that's not okay. It even happened to one of our younger friends who was only 21 at the time, and she went on the dating app, and
Oh yes.
he was 12 years older, I
Yeah,
believe.
the
Fully
Asian
lied
guy?
fully lied about his age. Fully. And I was just like, that is not okay. And he
And
wasn't
she's
upfront about
21.
it. Yeah, he wasn't upfront about it until later on in the date either.
I'm sorry, but if like you're trying to get with 21-year-old girls, like me being like it's 20, okay?
It's a bit, yeah, it's just like really icky. It's
Nah,
icky
like-
behavior.
Yeah.
Be secure and proud of your age, and the
Yeah.
person that you're meant to meet, your person will come to you regardless.
Yeah,
But it's not, they're not going to come to you when you lie.
Age is nothing. It isn't really nothing but a number, but like the right person will come
Just
to
make sure they're
you.
legal.
What is legal? 21?
Let's go with 21. That sounds better. I don't like 18 being legal
Is 18 legal
in Australia.
and the UK?
Yeah, America's 21.
Damn, it's crazy.
Let's go with 21.
Okay.
I just think 18 is like way too young.
Can you imagine 18?
Nah, even when I think 21 sometimes.
It's like that trend that's going around. That's like once I'm 30, I want to like have kids, and like the kids are like 18 to 19, 20, 21. These guys, they're looking old. They'll be looking our age. I'm like, they're not 18. He's not.
They are not
He's
18.
not 18.
Oh my
Let's not
gosh.
lie about that.
Why you
Probably-
lie?
Probably is.
That why
Um,
you
why
always
you
lie?
lie?
All right, next story.
Okay, this is one from a guy.
Blow me away. Ooh,
Oh, yeah, because we do have a lot of male people watching. 90% to be
Hello,
specific. No, I'm joking.
hello boys.
It's gone down. She ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, took one bite, and then she was like, I'm full, and asked if we could go get dessert somewhere else. It's giving your
That's
friend.
giving our mate the other day, and I was like, "Are you done with that? You gonna give me that beautiful steak
What is it with people that don't eat?
that
Seriously.
I paid for?"
I can't deal with. Oh yeah. No, I was thinking about your friend that like has a sweet tooth. And you said she doesn't really eat the savory, and then she'll go and get dessert.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I was talking about Meat Emporium the other night.
Yeah, I know that too.
So wait, so what was the end of that story just then? So she said, "I'm full."
She got the most expensive thing on the menu. She took one bite and said she was full, and then she asked to go and get dessert.
Oh,
I mean, look,
it's
you
not the.
are, you are going on a date. The least you can do is expect to like order some expensive stuff.
Yeah, it's not the worst. That's not anywhere
I'd
near
be
like
more-
the worst date. But I'd probably be like, do their habits align with me?
Yeah,
that's what I'm
because
asking.
You don't want to go with an ED
No, ED. Yeah,
because then
should we
she's
describe what that is? They know what that is.
yeah,
An unhealthy relationship to food,
Yeah.
essentially.
yeah,
Right.
because it trickles into a lot of different areas in life.
It does, and also it's nice to have someone who's, even if they don't have an ED, maybe they're just really shy.
Yeah,
But also, why are you being so shy on a date then? Again, showing insecurity in yourself. You're not ready to date,
no,
right?
yeah.
But yeah, I'd be talking about habits and lifestyle aligning there. That's not a horror story for me. Do
I wouldn't
better.
say it's a horror story. I'd say like
Do better.
maybe he was just annoyed about that he spent money on like the most expensive item.
No, you're asking her out.
But when we say expensive, what are we talking? Are we talking like $1,000 steak, or are we talking like
No, it would be
$100 steak?
be like $100,
Mm.
if that. Yeah, always remember, when you ask someone out, you've got to foot the bill. That's just it. So don't complain when it happens, and if they barely eat it, just go. You eat it. You finish her meal. You're paying for it. I would rate that. If I took one bite of an expensive meal and my man's is still hungry, he's like, "You gonna finish that, babe?" I'd be like, "Go for it." I've done that on plenty of dates.
So fine.
I've done it all the time.
I'd love to know. This is why we're going to start bringing guys on.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to know, because I saw this in a podcast the other day. Is it an ick when a girl eats more than the guy, in a guy's perspective?
From all the guys that, because I asked this to them.
Because we eat a lot.
I fully asked them. They're like, "No, I love it."
But
They love it.
do they? Is it because we're not fat though?
That's a different story.
Yeah, I think that if we were gaining weight from it, like they wouldn't love it.
Well, one of the guys that I was dating in Dubai, he was like, "You just make, you
The
you
cutoff,
just
right?
make my cutoff on the smaller end." He's like, "I want you
Damn.
chunkier." Like, he wanted to feed me, and I was like, "This could be unhealthy for me.
Giving some issues though.
Yes. Oh, but also I have to reference cultural. It's a cultural
Yeah, I
thing.
get that.
You know? So next story.
That's
Give me like a real, I wonder if there's a real horror one in there. I might go and grab my evidence while you get the next story because
Okay.
I've got a story for you.
These really aren't that bad. This one was like, he tried to test his loyalty. Wait. Lily says he tried to test my loyalty on a first date by getting his friend to message me while we were sitting there.
Oh, that's bad.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't get
that's
it.
bad. So let's just say you and I are on a date,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, I wonder if you're a floozy. I'll go and get my mate who's probably like mutual friends on Instagram and be like, hey, babe, what are you doing tonight?
Oh,
Yeah.
to see if she like
Yeah.
folds.
Yeah.
Kind of smart.
That's
Kind of
no.
No, I'm joking.
That's giving
My-
like being betrayed in the back end.
That
year
is
before.
different. Giving insecure.
Yeah, that's really bad actually.
I'm gonna work on that anxiousness.
If I caught that out with someone, 'cause,
I would
like,
be
we're-
fuming.
we're really smart. We're like women are like FBI
Yeah.
agents.
Yeah.
If I clock that with someone, I'm not even wasting breath on them. I'm blocking both of them.
100%.
Which
Yeah.
remember that crazy Irish guy, and then I had to block his friend because then he tried to come through his friend. No, we don't deal with that
we don't
kind of
need
stuff.
that kind of emotion in our lives.
Yeah, anyone who's trying to like emotionally manipulate you and catch you
Nah.
out, they're not your person.
I could see that though when like he was even FaceTiming you and stuff. He was really like unhinged. I'm like,
He's very crazy.
it was not a vibe. You know what I mean? Just like the antics he was doing on his holiday. I was like,
The antics, man's antics.
yeah, I was like, this is not.
This is not right.
Nah,
No.
that was not a.
No,
Alignment.
yeah, that was a red cross moment. He's not. He didn't last long.
Anyway, let's
okay.
talk about this story.
Right,
What
Cassie,
are these?
what is this?
These are AirPods.
Yeah. They are the brand new AirPod
AirPods?
Pro Max.
Very
Okay,
nice. Very nice.
very nice, very good. Okay, okay. So I lost my AirPods the other day.
Shit. And wait, where were we coming from?
I
We got rained on, right?
yes.
We were with Leash. It was Leash's birthday. Was it that night? Well,
yes,
we went to Vor.
yeah, but I came home by myself.
Yeah, because you left before.
That's right,
We went
okay.
to Mayo.
Okay, so it starts pissing down. I get my poncho on. I put my helmet on. I'm driving
Yeah.
on the bike, like pissing down
It's
rain.
like out of nowhere as well.
Torrential.
Like,
Yeah.
in a click, torrential rain.
Yes, torrential rain. I'm like almost getting into an accident because it's that bad. Got my AirPods in, they're safe, and I never lose anything. I'm not that kind of person. Anyway, I get home, we have a nice big pool in the front of our villa. Milo's like shaking his tail away from me. I'm like trying to get all this poncho off and everything. Get the helmet off. It was like slow motion. My left earbud goes ding, ding, and it goes ding, ding. And then it just
In
dropped
the
in the pool.
pool.
And I was like, no. And I just missed it by like a hair.
So annoying.
And Milo's like, "Arr, arr." He's like, what's going on? He's like, what's happening? And I've got my right AirPods still in, and the music's going, doo-doo.
Oh, I hate that
Oh.
noise.
And so they were done. They were done for, and I was like, shit, because we don't have an Apple store here in Bali.
oh, we don't, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't
Well-
have an Apple store, right?
Got a few dodgy ones.
Yeah,
but-
you have some dodgy ones, or you have to like wait for them to get imported. And so I had a contact, and he's like, it's gonna take like a week.
Mm.
This guy that I was not dating him. We were
You
seeing
never
each
actually
other.
called it a date ever.
No, we would. That's right, I didn't.
You didn't.
No.
You were like, did you
'Cause I
call
had
it
a weird-
business meeting?
I did. I had a business meeting.
Well, you did do like quite a
was
chill
brunch.
first date, a brunch.
A
That is-
brunch.
daylight is giving business.
It was brunch, and I had to cut it short because I had a passport appointment. So I was like,
Mhm.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Then he was like, let me cook you dinner at my house. I was like, okay. As soon as I got in the house, I had this weird feeling in my stomach. Girls always listen to intuition. Always.
Yes, it doesn't. It never lies.
No. So I ate with him. I made sure he wasn't poisoning me because he was cooking in front of me. He ate the same thing.
Yeah,
Actually switched our plates.
You've got to be switched on, right? I might sound crazy, but ask all the people that have been killed. Oh, but you
Literally.
can't ask them
It's
because
true.
they're brown bread. But yeah,
It's true. So I'm
I did
meeting
the
with
same
him.
thing.
Go on the couch after, like put some distance between us. Anyway, you know you can just tell someone's about to kiss you. They're like looking down at your lips and everything. And I was like, oh no, because I'm stuck on this L-shaped couch.
Oh no!
I start going like this at the back, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh no, he's coming.
Mans comes over, lunges. I'm not saying polite. He lunges onto me, one foot up, one toe up on the couch like that, stabilizing himself while he's trying to kiss me, and I two-handed pushed him off me.
Oh,
It was like one of these ones, like,
Nah, that's giving rape. I'm not kidding.
I know, like
That's
harassment.
full on.
And then I said, I'm going home.
yeah,
I'm leaving right now. And then he's like, but can I take you to Thailand? I was like, what?
This guy's crazy.
I said, crazy. I was like, I need to take this slow. And I said, I'm going home now. You can't take me anywhere. And he's like, well, I'm just trying to do something nice for you. I'm like, whoa, let's back this up. I said, doing nice little things. Thailand's massive. I don't know you.
That is huge.
That's a huge thing.
And you even said, like, what, you think we're going to sleep in separate beds?
He was a Scorpio.
Look, Scorpion men.
Doing too much, right? I'm a
Way
crab.
too
I'm a
much.
Cancer.
They move fast.
I need to make sure that it's safe for me to come out of my shell. How do crabs move? We come in, we go back out. We come back in, we go back out.
Like...
Right? It's just, it's too much. So anyway, this is the context for the guy who bought me this. So he goes on a visa run to Singapore. He knows that I've lost my AirPods. He's like, right, got something for you. I was like, okay. And then I was like, hey, can you do me a favor? It's like, can you just get some AirPods for me? It's like, I'll pay you.
Obviously.
Right? Pay you. It's just really hard for me to get it in Bali. You're right there. Yep. All good. Got you a gift. I'll get you some AirPods. Sweet. Okay. Cool. It's backed off. He was being like better that week. I was like, all right.
Yep.
Anyway, comes back. Got to go see him the third time for a business meeting to pick up my AirPods. Anyway, we have dinner. It's nice. We're having a nice conversation, but like I'm just not into it romantically at all. I just want my AirPods at this point.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he like grabs a thing from his bike and he's like, got a gift for you. All these other gifts. Pulls out my AirPods. I'm like, cool. Thanks, bruv. I was like, can I pay you? Just send me your bank details. Like, I really just wanted to pay him.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it's a gift. And I was like, no. Like, I asked you to get them for me. I lost them. Normally, you know me, I'm so accepting of gifts.
Yeah.
But I really did not have a good feeling with this guy. And I knew that he would try and hold it over me. I just knew.
Yeah. Your intuition doesn't lie.
I said to him so many times, can I pay you, please? I said, just give me your bank details.
You knew he would hold that over you for sure.
I was like, just let me pay you. He's like, no, it's a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. Kept saying that. I was like, fine. Thank you. Thank you. I said, you sure? Yes. Thank you. It's a gift. Amazing. Thank you so much. Anyway, ended it. I go away. He goes away. I tell him, when I go away, I'm going away. I'm not talking to anyone. I said, you included. Yep. Do not disturb. Going away. Taking my AirPods. But in the days leading up to that, he would text me and be like, how's my gift? You still using my gift? Right? The overemphasis of that.
Like, we get it. You got me a gift.
It's freaking AirPods, man. They're $250 US. Relax.
Like.
So now we're getting to the best part of the story. Go away. Have a realization when I'm there. Okay. It's not that I don't like dating. I don't like him. And that's fair enough. He's not my person. He's someone else's person.
Exactly.
So I sent him a very nice voice note when I come back to Bali. Okay, think you're a great guy. I didn't say I had a pit in my stomach every time we met. But I said, you're a great guy, but you're not my guy. Thank you for the nice times we had. Again, thank you for the AirPods. All the best.
I wish you to do that. You could have just ghosted, which isn't the right thing.
Which I never do.
You did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
Him.
Yep. And then I got a response maybe 15 hours later, and it was a really nice voice message like, oh, I'm disappointed, but I get it. Like, you're really busy. I would love to continue, but I understand.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to continue, I'm here. Great. Anyway, next day, Mans uploads like a carousel of his trip to Thailand. Do you think he's alone?
No. Or even if he was like with a friend, he would have really wanted it to look like a girl, so he would have got like a cocktail.
Cocktails. No, he said specifically he was going to Thailand alone.
Well then, Man's met someone.
I was like, I just don't want to see this. I'm like, I'm not dating you. Like, we're nothing. I'm just going to unfollow
really
you.
irrelevant at that point.
Yeah, I don't keep following people. Like,
normalize unfollowing.
Yes, normalize. Just get rid of the energetic ties. I think that was the beginning of World War III.
Honestly.
And then it was a chain event from there.
Remember what I said to you? I said, do you know what? You can really tell about how much someone values their social presence by how quickly they realize you've unfollowed them. I was like, give him 24 hours, man's going to know. I've unfollowed people and they've taken 6 months to figure it out. And I'm like, I love that.
Same.
24 hours.
Not even 24 hours.
Not even.
And the first line of the message, how dare you unfollow me?
Bro, like,
what
why
have
are
I
you
done?
so bothered?
What have I done wrong? Thank you. I'm taking this into the next time so I learn better. English is not his first language, by the way. Can tell. And he was just like, I thought you were this type of woman. I bought these AirPods for this certain type of woman that you are not. You should be paying me for this now. Sends me sends me a payment link to the exact dollar.
A wise freaking request.
I didn't even tell you. He also sent me Revolut. He goes, if not Wise or Revolut. Mans was covering all bases.
Why is he doing the most?
For this 3 weeks after he bought them for me. The gift.
This is wild.
And you know what the last part of his sentence was? Guess you got what you wanted and then you leave. The fact that you think that I wanted $250 AirPods from you when I spend so much money on myself every single month. Man, I want I want 10 Chanel bags, a Lamborghini SUV, to be on your black Amex or line of credit, your private jet, a super yacht in the Mediterranean, and you think I'm using you for these? Come on,
gosh, he didn't even put land in your name. Like, this is the land in your name.
Nothing.
On the prenup.
Are
like,
you kidding me?
Black Amex.
Are you kidding me?
What are you doing? Like, come on. Like, that is the craziest statement a man could ever make. Even if it was a car, I'd be like, what, you thought I was in it for this?
Even you don't. So many wrongs here. You do not call me a gold digger over freaking AirPods, okay, when you know my level of lifestyle that you can obviously afford. Number 2, you never ask for a gift back. I have never not once asked for a gift back from anyone. Ever.
Tell that to my Taurus ex.
Yuck.
Every single designer, only the designer stuff, he bought me, apart from one of these rings, he wanted back.
No.
And you know what? Just to get this loser out of my life, I was like, you know what? He can take it all back.
Well, this is the thing. Because I barely knew this guy.
Yeah.
All of the girlfriends said, don't pay it. But I was like, I want to karmically be done with this guy.
Yeah.
Paid it in the reference. Seems like you needed it, buddy.
Yeah.
Clearly Sent the screenshot of payment to him, and then I blocked him, and I was like, yuck.
Actually, like, low value behavior. That as a man, you should want your pride intact. You should want to leave on good terms, just for energy purposes. Like,
right?
He has no shame. I wouldn't even ask for like any
nothing
monetary value gift back.
Nothing back, and you've given a lot.
A
lot.
I didn't ask my ex for a single freaking penny either.
Yeah, and that was a lot. Like,
that
same.
Is why? Yeah.
So my ex-fiance, like, I gave him back the ring because I ended the engagement, even though it was amicable. It just took out a few $1,000 camera, like, just a few things that I'm just like, I want to just let it slide, you know. But like, even my first ex, I told you this story the other day. He broke up with me the first time. My first love, Jake, he broke up with me just before Easter, and his birthday was coming up, and I bought him like $1,500 or more worth of clothes for his birthday. Because his boys were like, be single for Europe.
Oh my gosh.
We ended up getting back together because we didn't want to break up.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, like, I bought him this, and it's like really special. Like, I took time to take out all these outfits and pick it like for his style and everything.
Yeah.
Got my mum to drive me to his house because I was like so shaky. Hand delivered the birthday present still. Because that's the type of person that I am.
After he decided to go away with his boys and then felt bad for the boys because they wanted him to have a single holiday. Bear in mind.
Before he went for the holiday.
But this was before.
After he broke up with me, yeah. Yeah. That's the kind of person I am.
Yeah, well, it's like once you have an intention, you follow through with it.
Yeah.
You wanted to give someone a gift, and like, what are you going to do? Go and exchange it all? You're not broke.
Yeah.
So like, you know, just a good person.
And I've never, ever texted him being like, are you wearing my gift?
That's what you wanted, bro. You wanted my $1,500 worth of clothes. All for that. You used me.
I cannot deal. Like, if you girls have anything that's super cringy that's happened to you,
Please.
just
so we can feel better about our situation.
I want to know, what is the craziest thing that someone's gifted you and then asked back?
I'm just, like, I was just like, you want to wear my... he wanted to give the stuff that he bought me to his sister, and I was like, she wants to wear my secondhand crusty shoes.
Are you kidding?
Ew, yeah. Like, bag, there was a Balenciaga bag, Louis Vuitton shoes, Gucci trainers, like all this stuff. I was like, I've worn it though. And his sister.
That's so weird.
Honestly,
I find that so strange.
People just have no shame.
I'm not that type of person. I could never do that to someone.
I know. I was like, Okay.
This is why if Cassie and I were men, we would be the most amazing men.
I'm telling you, we would actually be the most.
I would
amazing
not be
men.
like, give me back my AirPods. This one's for you. You know who you are.
Bro should actually change career and he should work for Apple. You know what I mean? And he should have a t-shirt that says, I buy AirPods. And then ask for them back. Oh, man. Imagine
Fake
if he stumbled
provider.
across this episode.
I hope you do.
He's giving Splendor Daddy.
Yes,
Mhm.
Splendor Daddy, fake provider.
Mm.
That's my worst date story.
I'm like, what's mine? Honestly, they've not been that bad.
No, your Taurus ex asking back for the second hand for the sister. That's pretty
not
bad.
date. That was my boyfriend. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He did walk in on me with another guy though. 3 days after we broke up.
Oh, context.
Oh, sorry, yeah. But
Yeah,
like
context.
very soon after.
Yeah, but you were broken up.
I know, but
It's an
it was-
unfortunate thing
it was
that
bad.
happened.
It was bad.
But still, you were broken up.
Yeah.
Right. I think we end it there.
Yeah.
Send us some more stories, and like I said, drop in the comments as well. We want to know what has someone asked back from you, because
I feel like this has to be a series because there's probably a lot.
it's
There's probably a lot of horror stories.
gonna be a lot. All right, girls. Bye.